My name's Neil Dale, and I'm from 350 Lowell, although I live in Bedford. And I want to, well, we've all heard a lot about climate change, and we've heard a lot about our problems with the Earth. But today, right now, I'd like to sing and talk about solutions and about hope. So to begin with, I want to remind everyone that our civilization is neither the first nor the only one on this Earth. There are others who are even still alive that have a much more mature attitude towards our planet than we do. I like to think of our culture as a 2-year-old child. We're in the terrible twos, and we're finding out about things by breaking them. And it's a kind of terrible process, but what that means is that, for instance, about 40 years ago, we discovered the ozone layer, which protects us all from harmful ultraviolet radiation. And we found out about it by punching a hole in it with some of the chemicals that we were emitting. And we found that out, and we were able to fix it and stop producing them, and now that hole is slowly healing. A similar thing is true with the air. This air, which we take for granted. We can't see it, and I think we completely assume that it's there. But every 3 seconds, we declare our absolute dependence on the Earth. Every 3 seconds we breathe. Just try doing without it. But we don't notice it. We take it for granted. But this air is the product of a great system that spans the globe and has for billions of years, really. And it's very carefully constructed. It's the parts of the air are not at all variable. And in fact, the carbon in the air, the carbon dioxide, which you probably know is causing global warming, is 4/1000ths of a percent. That's how much carbon dioxide in the air. It's almost 4/1000ths. It used to be 3/1000ths of percent. And we've raised it now by 1/1000th of a percent. And what that means is that we're having much stronger hurricanes, the water levels are rising, the poles, the ice caps are melting, and we've got tornadoes in Concord and Revere. And just, it's so beautifully constructed and carefully made that even that small a change has that big a difference. And that's because there's a great system that surrounds us all. And we're learning about it like by breaking it. And also, like a 2-year-old, we're just beginning to discover that our mother is there and that she sets limits and responsibilities for us, which we must grow into. So you could say that this is a silver lining for the problems that we have with the Earth, but I actually believe that it's gold. It's gold because it's the beginning of a new age. We have to now start creating a system in our own economics and our way we run our world, which is based on and fits into a larger being that we're part of. And that makes a lot of difference. It's part of it, the most obvious part right now is stopping using fossil fuels. But there's an awful lot more than that. And that's what I want to talk about today. Because I see in this larger system both hope and solutions to our problems. This song is, this first song I want to do is, comes in part from a parental observation. I think some of you may remember it, of having 2 children come to you and say, he did it, she did it. And there's such a furious argument that you simply can't tell who started it. And I'd like to propose that perhaps there's a larger system that's looking at us in much the same way. This song is called Arms Around Us All. When I got home, I shut the door. I really couldn't take much more. My kids were jumping on the floor, and then my cell phone rang. But somewhere far away from me, an old opossum in a tree, he's hunkered down so peacefully, gazing at us all. We're all in this together, every elm and elephant, every human too. We shout and fight and disagree. It's them that's always wrong, not me. Our mother waiting patiently, arms around us all. Build another shopping mall, big McMansion growing tall, drive a superhighway through it all. But little root ends meet and touch, and tiny microbes eat their lunch, and fungus weaves a world around them underneath us all. We're all in this together, every crow and coconut, every human too. We shout and fight and disagree. It's them that's always wrong, not me. Our mother waiting patiently, arms around us all. And if your life is just a bore, each day means 100 more. Your cares are caught in cubicles and screens. Somewhere on the open sea, a dolphin's jumping, swimming free. She's swimming upside down, blowing bubbles at us all. We're all in this together, every loon and liverwort, every human too. We shout and fight and disagree. It's them that's always wrong, not me. Our mother waiting patiently, arms around us all. They're trying to hype a civil war. Everybody's keeping score. You've got to make someone to hate to be worth fighting for. But when I want to criticize, I find that I can lift my eyes and watch a golden eagle soaring high above us all. We're all in this together, every cow in Cottonwood, every human too. We shout and fight and disagree. It's them that's always wrong, not me. Our mother waiting patiently, arms around us all. We humans think we do it all. Emails, x-rays, iPhones call. Compared to Mother Earth, that isn't much. She makes the air, she breathes for you. She grows your heart, then beats it too. What was it that you said? We do, proud about it all. We're all in this together, every fish and frog and fern and every human too. Shout and fight and disagree, but maybe someday we will see our mother waiting patiently underneath us all, high above us all, gazing at us all,